I came out primarily because I am here to educate people about Proposal 1 here in New York, and we're very much opposed to it, and we tend to think that a lot of the people coming here might agree with that. So we're here with a bunch of propaganda, and we're catapulting it, as George W. Bush used to say. And
can you explain what it is for people who don't know?
yeah, it is this effort to change the New York State Constitution so that a whole bunch of different categories are put into the Constitution, but they're very badly explained, and to a great degree it will undermine a lot of existing law, which is exactly the intention of the people who are behind it. And they want to have a bunch of different categories of law, basically because they're going to be in the Constitution. The state legislature, the people can't really do anything much about it. It's all going to be up to the courts. And if you know who's behind it, it's pretty clear what their intentions are. One of the things they want to do is allow children, or to change anything related to age, right? And the proponents of it, this is one of the reasons we're really concerned, is that the way they've phrased it, it's going to be a real threat to parental rights to know what kind of medical procedures are done to our children, right? There's a big effort in New York to try and take away parents' rights to even know what's being done to their children. And it's pretty clear to us that that's one of the many things that this bill is all going to do. A court would be able to basically determine that not allowing children to agree to, if they possibly could agree, to various medical procedures or drugs or what have you, is a form of discrimination, and we're trying to stop that. It's also pretty clear that this thing passes, it's going to be the end of women's safe spaces. It's going to be the end of women's sports, because those kinds of things will be put into the Constitution, and you can't just simply challenge it anymore. And you can't pass a law to change the Constitution. And they're doing that with a whole variety of things. They're putting terms into the Constitution where we really don't even know what they mean. One of them is being gender identity. All right, that's a term that's thrown around a lot. But what exactly does that mean? Gender identity will become a constitutionally protected category, and no one knows what that means. So it's going to have to be, fought out in the courts. Same thing with the term sex. They're going to put sex into the Constitution as a protected category. Well, if there's one political issue that's raging in the United States right now, is what does sex even mean, right? People can't even define them anymore, and that's going to be thrown into the courts. And we don't think these things should be decided by the courts. New York has extensive laws that protect against sexual discrimination. They protect against discrimination against people based on their orientation, about the way they present their gender. That's already a matter of law, and that is all defined already. Everyone knows exactly what they're talking about. When they do this, it's all thrown up in the air, right? And the Wall Street Journal has looked at this, Newsday has looked at this, the Daily News has looked at this, and they've all come to the same conclusion. That's exactly what it's about. It's created specifically to create a tidal wave of lawsuits that the proponents of this hope the courts will redefine the way these things in the way they would like to see redefined.
The people who are supporting this amendment, it's an amendment to the New York State Constitution.
Right.
They call it the Equal Rights Amendment, I believe.
Right.
They're saying that it will stop discrimination, broaden protections against discrimination. What is your argument against that position?
Well, because basically all the categories of discrimination they're talking about are already prohibited by New York law. Okay, you cannot discriminate against someone on the basis of sex in education, employment, any category you want to think of in the state of New York as it is right now. All right, but what it does do is that once you put that category in the Constitution, it precludes the legislative process from evolving or changing or doing anything about that. It takes all those kinds of issues away from the elected representatives of the people of New York and places it into the realm of appointed judges, and a very small group of appointed judges. And do we really want to be governed by judges?
So you're asking for people to vote no?
Absolutely.
You said we were out here. Is there an organization that you're with where people can? Is it online where people can find more information about your point of view on this?
Yeah, I'm here as a volunteer for a coalition to protect kids NY, and it's online at protectkidsny.com in New York if people want to get more information about the issues that we have with Prop 1 and the kind of things that we're doing to try and get it passed or stopped. Excuse me.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.